Hi Prajwal, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great today. How about you?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you for
Yeah,
taking your time off on a Sunday morning and joining me for this short but very impactful discussion that we will have.
sure. It's my pleasure being here today.
Yeah, great. So I understand you're from RVCE, right?
Yes,
One of the best colleges in the country, and
yes, yeah.
you are from computer science course.
Right, yeah.
Just briefly tell me how's life at RV for you? So sorry, before,
Uh,
which year are you in?
yes. I'm currently a third year student, pursuing my sixth semester. So we are almost at the end of it. I'm pretty much a senior sophomore here. So yeah, I do have one more year left at RV.
So how's life at RV?
Okay, actually, I must say life at RV is pretty good actually. As many might know, we are part of the VTU curriculum, that is basically the Vishwashraya Technological University from Belgium. So we are one of the top colleges in that, and because we are an autonomous entity under the VTU, right? Our curriculum is one of the best, I must say. We have the best professors. You can join them for projects and research. It's a very open-ended culture at RV. You can pursue whatever you like. You're not stuck to your core branch, which you have selected at the time of admission. It's very industry-focused, project-based, and I must emphasize the fact that almost 50% of our grades come from something called EL. EL stands for experiential learning, and it's a non-academic, theoretical, non-theoretical based project learning. So you make projects every semester, and you're graded for that. So that's a very good thing at RV. Coming to the sports aspects, I must say I'm not really that much. I just play football as of now. But I must say that the RV college team is pretty good. We have a team for every sports. Especially they compete in the VTU sport tournaments, right? The basketball and the cricket teams, they're really good. Like I think they're the best known teams in the VTU quality, the entity. There are other like the construction, right? Yeah, there's a lot of construction going on at RV right now. So the students coming in the next like 2, 3, 4 years, they're really going to enjoy a world-class campus, I must say. There are like a new complex coming up with like anything you can imagine, right? There are like three indoor basketball stadiums, a full-fledged gymnasium, and everything. Like sports is being given enough importance at RV, and I think we're even starting like sports scholarships from a year or two coming up. There's something called the RV University, which RVC will be soon merged into, and that is going to get out of V2 and become autonomous institute. So coming to cultural events, we basically have two fests in like two fests. One is the 8 Mile, it's the cultural fest, and the next one is the E Summit. So it's a technological fest. These events alternate every year. So if this year we have 8 Mile, next year we have E Summit, and so on. Apart from these major fests, every throughout the year, right? There are clubs which organize many events. Like we have treasure hunts, flash mobs, hackathons, etc. So you're never free. Like if you're not interested in academics a day, you can simply go enjoy one of the cultural or technological events going on in the college. So yeah, life at RV is pretty good, very involving and very engaging, right? Every day you have something to do.
Yeah, I myself am a RV product, but that was quite
Okay.
some time back, and I know for a fact that RV college has some of the best students in campus. They not just excel
Right.
in academics, but they will be an all-round sort of a personality, right? You
Right.
find
Yes,
somebody
yes.
like probably getting 100 out of 100 in mathematics, but also be
Right.
playing for the college football team or basketball team.
Right. Right. Yes. Yes.
I think the balance that the students have at RB is just amazing, I would say. Not
Right. Right.
for that matter, even culturals and all of that, right? So
Mhm.
that is really something which I always admired about the college, right? And
Right. I do agree with that. Yeah.
if you have to tell me one best part of the about the college, right? One or two. What would that be
Uh,
for you?
like if I have to really pick one best thing about our college, so of course I think I would go with the placement statistics. It's really great to see where RV stands. Like we have one of the best statistics even this year, right? When the markets are really down, I think at least one-fourth of my batch has already been awarded internships, whereas other colleges have not even conducted the internship drive. So I must say RV really stands out in this perspective. Apart from this, I think the forward thinking culture is very, very good at RV.
Yeah, and a lot of students from RV, they, as I said, the focus is not just academics, although in academics wise also they are the best probably.
Yeah, they
Like
are.
a lot of other things which is related to academics, a lot of practical projects, right? Building cars.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are doing a lot of stuff in
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
AI and data science and all that.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So how did you get into RV? So are you from a state
Uh,
board or a ICSE board or a CBSE board in your 10th?
Yes, so I'm basically from CBSE board from my first grade all the way through 12th. So basically, there are three ways you can get into RV. There is CET for domiciles of Karnataka. You have to basically be here in the state for around 10 years. And then there is Comet K, which is for all India. Anyone can get in through Comet K. And thirdly, there is, of course, the management route. So I'm basically from the Comet K, right? In fact, my case is a little interesting since I studied biology in my 11th and 12th. So basically, I did my coaching from Allen Career Institutes. So basically, I cracked NEET 2, which is basically the medical entrance exam, but I was more into IT. So I considered computer science and got into RV. Yeah, so that's my way.
Awesome. So you got into medical as well as engineering, and then you chose engineering or medical.
Yes, yes, yes. Like I did have to face a lot of taunts for wasting one medical seat, but yeah, I
Yeah,
never entered the
I can
counseling.
understand. Probably
Yeah.
one of the rare ones who have chosen IT over medical when you already
Yeah.
got a medical seat as well. Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have made a very informed decision. You would have done a lot of research and you would have done your own SWOT analysis before taking.
Right, right. Yeah.
So, how did you go about your preparation, Prajwal? You studied for like say 10 hours, 12 hours, and things like that, or you just went about doing it.
Actually, nothing to mislead, but I'm not a person who would actually study that long at once. Basically, what I think my longest stretch anytime would be 4 hours at once, and beyond that, I just get up and leave my study table. So basically, if I have to advise my juniors or someone in 11th and 12th, I would say is first of all, make up your mind, right? Focus is very real and very helpful. One very good phrase I've heard is when you don't have a plan B, plan A is your everything. So you give everything for it. So always focus and decide what you want to do with your life. It's not like you can't change it later on, but yeah, having a goal is very, very helpful in achieving it. Next, having said that, never forget to have a backup, right? Me, I was not that decisive on medical or engineering, but I was always leaning towards engineering, but I also had my medical backup, right? So if you can't be that diverse, I would say something like if you're pursuing medicine, always have, let's say, dental or pharmacology as your backup. Or if you're like pursuing CSE, like have ISE or electronics as your backup. And I think you don't need to actually put in very much efforts into pursuing your secondary backup since if you're pursuing your main goal, you're already preparing on the hand for your plan Bs as well. Thirdly, I must emphasize on this practice the same thing over and over again. For especially your 11th and 12th graders right now, finish your syllabus early and repeat it. And don't try to learn anything new during your end game. Let's say your exam is in like a month. There's no need to learn anything new. You're just risking out whatever you have already learned. You're going to confuse with the concepts you're already clear with. So I would just say whatever you have done right, I'm pretty sure you would have made your notes. Just go through them again and again. Just perfect whatever you have done. There's always a gamble between something you studying something new and you perfecting what you have always done. Like maybe you can answer one or two more questions by studying something new, but you might always make some silly mistakes in the things you already knew. So it's just better to just perfect whatever you know. Of course, if you have time, always try to complete everything there is to learn. Knowledge is, of course, infinite. So, yeah. And one more thing I would like to tell is give every exam you can think of, like especially the 11th and 12th graders. I myself, I think I've given up to like 15, 20 exams, like different entrance exams. Give anything and everything you can find. Like maybe some sections of that exam are not related to your subjects. Like let's say there is language, like Hindi, English, or maybe there's a third language, like you need to know a foreign one, so you can just ignore those. You're not giving those entrance exams to clear it. You're just giving them for the experience they give you, right? This is especially important for those students who keep telling that they have anxiety during exams. So let's say you give 2 or 3 exams before your main exam. Like let's say you're preparing for JEE, and then before that you give 2, 3 exams, right? You have anxiety issues in the first 2, 3 exams, but by the time you're giving your actual exam, you're pretty much prepared for it. So instead of panicking during your core exam, you're actually prepared for it. So that's one thing I would say. There are exams like CUET you can give, the Common University Entrance Exam, right? Don't miss out on all these private college entrance exams. You can just give them for the experience, and you can just test where you stand at, right? They even give you your ranks so that you can improve and work on it. And coming to the materials to use, I can't say much, but what I would like to say is just keep it minimal. Whatever your institute or whatever your school is providing, that should be more than enough. Don't try to refer the same thing through multiple sources, right? Just keep it one single source and perfect that source. And finally, one very good advice that my senior or my mentor at during 11th and 12th gave me was study the exam before studying for the exam. Like, I don't know how many of you actually understood this, but what it basically means is you need to understand what the exam demands from you, right? You need to understand the syllabus, the type of questions, the format of the paper, the time you have per question, the kind of questions they're going to ask. So basically, you need to know and understand the game you're playing before you go play the game itself. So basically, just remember this one phrase, and I think you're going to do pretty well. It's not that hard, but yeah, just due to the number of people you're competing with, it just seems difficult. But yeah, it's pretty doable, and you'll get there.
Awesome, awesome. That is just a brilliant advice. Understand the game before you actually play the game, right?
Right,
That is something the students have to take away from this discussion. If at all, if you ask me what is that they have to take away, this is the one, right? And
right, yes,
you
yes.
also mentioned that you had a mentor during your 10th, 11th, 12th period, right? And
Right, yes.
how important do you think is having a mentor?
I think a mentor is basically playing the role of guiding you instead of actually teaching you, especially when you're as old as 16, 17, 18, right? There's not much a person can teach you since even his knowledge is limited, right? I'm pretty sure you'll have much better resources, your textbooks, your online videos, YouTube. You can get your knowledge from anywhere. What mentor plays a role in is where he guides you into what you should be doing. Like, once he tells you what to do, you can do it like through any source you want to. Like, basically, my mentor, he would just tell me to go, like, let's say give this exam today and give me the results. I'll tell you where you're going wrong. So nobody there is no online source for replacing a mentor who does this. But a teaching assistant, maybe you can get it from somewhere else. A mentor who will say, don't worry, you didn't do well this time, but I'll make sure not going to repeat this mistake again. And someone who gives you advice is like, you're going wrong here, don't do this again, I don't want to see this mistake again. And that's what he guides you into the right path, right? So that's where a mentor plays a role. Your knowledge as of that is concerned, you'll be doing pretty well. You'll be actually able to study the whole syllabus on your own, except for the core concepts where you might need someone. But I'm pretty sure that a mentor plays a bigger role in your conceptual and understanding part rather than your actual teaching part.
True. It is not just the technical aspects of your preparation, but also the holistic,
Right,
guidance and giving you a worldview of the exams and where
right, right. Yes,
is also very, very important, which students should not ignore or think that is not important. And
exactly.
I'm sure you would be probably one of the best mentors if somebody gets right, because whatever you've spoken today, I must say it is worth its value in gold for the people who are aspiring to come into RV or for that matter any post. It's not just
Right, right.
specific
Yes,
to
yes.
RV. Okay, so then thank you